All right, it is so freaking dark. Let me switch this. So it is 4:36 a.m. on a Sunday. I'm gonna do a test again with the Starlink. Going for a food run. This time it is just a Starlink, nothing else. I actually have two phones plus my car on the Starlink network, and we're gonna take a ride. Now, my Speedify was using the cell data and yada yada. I misspoke a lot because I forgot that I was actually on Wi-Fi, which the Wi-Fi signal should always stay strong because the Starlink is literally in my sunroof. So this is not about Wi-Fi signal strength. It's about the video itself, the quality of the video, if I'm getting drops or not, because I am actually on Starlink internet. So I got to make sure I'm clear on that. So there's no reason for me to be looking at the Wi-Fi connection because literally I could touch my phone, I could touch the Starlink because again, Starlink is just stuck inside my sunroof. So we'll see how the internet connection itself is. And I want to say where I ran into a problem yesterday was in the drive-through, which makes sense. You know, got the building in the way, got the trees in the way, all that stuff in the drive-through. So I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts today, and I'm going to say the same thing. When I go through the drive-throughs where I'm going to anticipate having connection issues. I don't anticipate having a lot of issues on the way. Thought I had my cruise control set. Okay, there we go. Now, I don't even know what my settings are. I don't know if I'm streaming in, 1080, 720, 4K. Not even paying attention. I noticed when I did the unbox streaming with my software, looks like it pushed to YouTube at 4K, but I was multi-streaming, so Facebook was 720. I have no idea what settings I have right now. I don't always use my phone, so I'll find out once the test is over with. But right now I am 100% on the Starlink Wi-Fi with my car, because my car does have Wi-Fi. What did he say? I can connect to Wi-Fi from my car. So my car's on the Starlink Wi-Fi, and the two phones that I have with me in the car. So that's three devices right now on the Starlink. Now the one thing I still need to test, which I'm not sure when or the best way to do that, because I kind of like having the Starlink in the car. It's an easy setup. Is the distance. Like how far away from the dish can you be and still get a good connection? When I did the unboxing, I had the dish in my yard originally, and I was connected while I was on my deck. I want to say it was probably about 12 feet away. I didn't actually measure it, so I probably should have measured the distance if I'm going to try to do a proper test. But that's going to be my question now, or my curiosity. How far away from the dish can you be and still have a connection? Now, considering it's Starlink, it's a dish, as long as you can power it up with like a power bank or power station, it only makes sense to keep it as close to you as possible. So I don't expect it to really have a long range to the Wi-Fi because of that, but I could be wrong. So I really have no idea what the range of the Wi-Fi is. Now, if it wasn't for the fact of it being so early and I really don't have any other things to do right now, I would like to do a farther test. So on Tuesday, I need to go to work at one of the office locations, and I feel comfortable leaving the Starlink in my car at the office parking lot when I'm at work. So I will have this in my car, and I will try to do a live from my house to the job, and that should be about an hour. And we'll see how good the connection stays. We shall see.
Were you scanning with your mobile app today?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, let me get the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. Avocado toast, no bacon. Large hot coffee with sugar and extra cream. And what was that?
Anything else?
Yeah, a 10 count of the munchkins. You can just mix it up.
All right.
That'll be all.
1651.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
All right, so here's where I'm expecting connection issues. Because we're in between the buildings, some trees, some power lines.
The first guy was for T.
For go back. For some reason, I did a tea on mistake, and I keep bringing tea up instead of the coffee. Okay. Why does this say ice?
Right.
Yeah, it keeps saying iced tea. I thought I hit coffee. What the hell? Hold on. Freaking iced tea. Yeah. Freaking iced tea. Really? Okay, still says coffee. I ain't losing my mind. Redeem. Free coffee. Okay, I am losing my mind. Okay. All right. Then that's the day. Okay. You see, I need the coffee first before I do all this. All right, thank you. You too. All right. So I have no clue. I didn't see any errors. I didn't see anything pop up saying that I had a signal issue. Not seeing anything on a negative side. And then I'm actually running a live stream on my other phone. So I have a live stream running on one phone. I am live on another phone. Plus my car is connected to the Starlink. So if it has any kind of like update for the computer or whatever, that also should be running. Now, the reason I'm not showing this view, because it's so dark, you can't even see me anyways. So we're just sticking to the road right now. But I'm honestly, I'm liking the Starlink. Now, again, I wanted it for the Philippines. There was a lot of issues with me trying to buy it. I was trying to get it before the sale ran out. Hey, what's going on, Drexler Battlecat? Dude, guys, this is going to be beautiful when I go to the Philippines. I'm literally driving with the Starlink set up in my car. So I'm testing out the Starlink for the second time on my little road trip. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to do a longer drive because I'm going to go to work utilizing the Starlink. now when I go to the Philippines with the Starlink, I need to probably flip the package. It will work, but the Philippine package is better than the American package for the internet, the data plan and all that stuff. Yo, hello from Japan. Wait, are you always been in Japan, or are you traveling? You in? I'm okay. I'm confused now. So just to recap, not only am I streaming right now, connected to Starlink, I have another phone watching Like Us channel, and I have my car connected. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what? I didn't know you were in Tokyo, or are you traveling, or what? Okay. So now I had a couple little glitches, but I'm basically almost out of data 100% on my phone. So I'm on the Starlink, so it shouldn't matter. But again, we're driving. I was doing 40, now I'm doing 30. We're mobile. So I'm guessing if you set this up in a stationary area, it actually has a mount that came with it. So it's got two mounts. Stand it up on the table, floor, whatever. But in my yard, it didn't seem to like the fact that my level. So in the box has a pole mount, like you could clamp it on top of a little pole. So I'm wondering if I get like a little piece of PVC, try to tie it up to my deck or something, put it on there, see how it works. So in the Philippines, I might get like a little PVC pipe or something just to put on there, try to get it to like have some legs or something. I got to figure out like some kind of stand or something that we could level it on. It doesn't fall, but I'm gonna probably have to. I could level it a little bit, go with it to try to get the best signal. But there are a lot of trees and power lines in my area. But I mean, imagine something like this in Hannah's area where it's like nothing. There's no reason why this should not get a beautiful signal from the satellites. I mean, I got. There's a lot of trees. This is probably not the best scenario, but it's as far as I can tell, it's working pretty good. Now, this all over the place when I first tested it, so I probably go in the yard later today and try to do it again and get some speed tests again. But I think on the high end, I was getting like 120 megs down and like 20 megs up as far as the high of upload and download. It's not leveled. I didn't have the greatest signal because it was tilted or whatever. And then when I put it on deck, it was a little bit better as far as like getting the speeds and everything and the stability. It was full, but there was still a lot of interference because now it was too close to the house and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Philippines, it's a lot more open area, I think, especially in the spots I'm going to be at than being by my house. So and it's small and it's light. It is literally, like, I mean, seriously, it's in my sunroof. So I shouldn't have a problem throwing this in my my luggage when I fly. Let me get the garage open and look at chat real quick. Get all of the drivers to invert. Oh, dude, I ain't even worried about power, Battle Cat. I have 2 power banks that I traveled with last time. Each one of them has a 120 plug. So it has an outlet plug on them. So as long as I got those fully charged, and this is a low power device, that's what I should do. Good idea. I'm gonna charge up one of my power banks that I travel with, and I'm gonna plug it in to see how long it will last. I'm estimating 2-3 hours. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm also planning on, but I'll have to see how things are with Ann and everything, because she's just gonna have the baby. Not gonna, I'm thinking they're not gonna do a lot of traveling, but of getting like a little larger power bank. That way, if we do go anywhere, we could bring that with us, and we could power up the satellite. But I'm thinking my 2 power banks should be fine. But once one dies, by the time I plug in the other one, we'll be down for a little while. Last cruise ship I was on using Starlink, it didn't. I didn't know how the signal held up in the middle and nowhere. I didn't use it. Well, what's interesting about satellite is the fact that it just needs to be outside. As long as it could get a connection. Now, Starlink has so many satellites out there, it's insane. Like when I was scanning my backyard, I think it scanned like 100 satellites within range. It was like insane. Or it's at 100%, but I mean, there was a ton of freaking dots. So there's a ton of satellites up there. Well, this thing only, because other people have tested it, and I think they said once you have devices connected and actually doing stuff, it's like 14, I think like 14 watts or something like that. And the power banks that I have that are legal to fly with are like 90 watt hour power banks. So even if I go at 20, if I'm doing the math right real quick in my head, that's about 4 hours per power bank if they're fully charged. That's my estimate. So I think they were saying on the higher end it was like 14 watts, but normally it's even lower than that. It's a low powered device, dude. So the fact of once I'm in the Philippines, I could probably get a slightly larger power bank, just throw everything in my backpack, dude. Literally, as not on the trike, but like walking around or something, I could probably just have it. I don't think that'll work to have it pointed up, unless I have a way that I can have it like on a backpack and tilt it up towards the sky. You can literally just put it on a backpack and walk around with Wi-Fi on your back. I mean, that's the portability of this thing. And with the built-in router and everything, you don't need to have additional equipment. You could just use it right off. I mean, Starlink dishes everything. So that's it for now, guys. I'll be surprised if we're still live because I'm in my garage. So it's probably not getting anything now. So laters.